Alright, so we have been reviewing equivalent fractions and fractions on a number line this week, and I've written 5 lines here on my page because the students are able to use graph paper during the STAR test. And one of the things that they're going to ask about during the STAR test is all kinds of fractions. And fractions are very difficult. So what we are going to do is be able to compare fractions. There are so many ways to compare fractions, and some of the students have learned other ways to be able to tell if a fraction is equal or not. And those are great, but we need to understand why fractions are equal or not. So this is one of the ways that we're going to do that. So I've marked these, and they are exactly 24 lines across, because the fractions that they have to know in 3rd grade are fractions with a denominator of 2 up to 1 whole, which is 2 over 2, 4, and 4 over 4 is 1 whole, 8, and 8 over 8 is 1 whole, and 3 over 3 is 1 whole, and 6 over 6 is 1 whole. 6, 3, 8, 4, and 2 all are factors of 24, and that is the lowest common factor. So I went ahead and did 24 spaces because we can divide them up equally for each fraction and be able to compare them more easily. For example, if you think about it, 5/6 and 7/8 are very, very close in number, but they are not equal. But they look like it if you're just looking at a picture. So we want to be able to compare these fractions and be able to see that they are equal or not. So we have been saying that the denominator is the boss, and the boss tells us that we need to divide this line up into 2 equal spaces. Well, we can divide 24 into 2 equal spaces by counting up to 12, because 24 divided by 2 is 12. So I'm going to count from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is going to be 1 out of the 2 pieces, which we would commonly say 1/2. 4 out of 4. 4 out of 4 would be, let's see, 24 divided by 4 is 6, so I'm going to do 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to mark my line. That's 1 out of 4 pieces. And let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 out of 4 pieces. And if you notice that 2/4 and 1/2 are on this same line, 1/2 of a pizza and 2/4 of a pizza would both give you half of the pizza. Those are equivalent or equal fractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is 3 out of 4. So now let's move on to eighths. 8 into 24 is 3. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let's mark our zeros. 0. This is 0. Okay, so this is going to be 1 out of 8. 1, 2, 3. 2 out of 8. Please notice, students, parents, whoever's watching, that 1/4 and 2/8, they are on the same exact line, and they are equivalent fractions. 1, 2, 3. 3/8. Okay, that doesn't have an equivalent fraction out of the 2's or the 4's at all. So I'm going to keep going. 1, 2, 3. 4/8 is equal to 2/4 and 1/2. They are on the same line. If you had 4/8 of a pizza, you would have the same amount as 2/4 and 1/2. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. 5/8. 1, 2, 3. 6/8 and 3/4 are equivalent fractions. They are on the same line. If you had 6/8 of a pizza or 3/4 of a pizza, you would have the same amount. 1, 2, 3. and 7/8. Okay, let's divide 3. We already said that 8 into 24 is 3, so thinking about our fact families, 3 goes into 24 8 times. So I'm going to count over 8 squares, and I will get 1/3. That will allow me to divide this line up equally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is going to be 1 out of 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 out of 3 pieces. Okay, and then that should leave me, if I did it right, with 8 more squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so we have nothing equivalent in the thirds with the eighths, fourths, or halves. Okay. 6 into 24 is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. That's 1/6. There's 1/8 looks really close to 1/6, but they are not equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2/3, or 2/6 and 1/3 are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's kind of interesting for our new young students learning about fractions. 1/2, 2/4, 4/8, and 3/6 are all on the same line. They are all equal fractions.